If you want to play PC VR games such as Asgard's Wrath or Boneworks on your Quest 2 without needing cables, then Meta's Oculus Air Link is the easiest and cheapest way to go wireless. So here I'm going to take you through the super easy steps to get the Meta and Steam VR platforms set up on your PC so that you'll be playing your first PC VR game on your Quest 2 headset without any cables in no time at all. Welcome to my tech gear. Let's get into it. Setting up AirLink on your PC and Quest 2 headset is super easy and just involves 3 main steps. Get a VR capable PC, get a wireless router, and install some software. That's it. So first up is the PC. Now when running PC VR games, the games are running on the PC rather than on the headset. So you're going to need a PC capable of running VR games. Now both Steam and Meta have released what they regard as the minimum spec for this. Without diving into it in too much detail, you will need a PC with at least an Intel i5 or a Ryzen 5 CPU, 8GB of RAM, although I would recommend 16, and at least an X60 NVIDIA graphics card, be that a 1060, a 2060 or a 3060, or its AMD equivalent. You can run PC VR games on lower specs, but you will hit hardware limitations pretty quickly, and some AAA titles like Half-Life Alyx just won't be playable. For reference, in my PC I've got a Ryzen 5 600X CPU paired up with 32GB of RAM and a NVIDIA 3060 Ti graphics card, which generally performs pretty well. I do get some low memory graphic warnings in games like Half-Life Alyx as it only has 8GB of VRAM. However, despite those warnings, I've never had any actual issues in the games. So as long as your PC meets those minimum specs, then you're good to go on to the next step. Next up is the router. Well, that's a router if you live in some other countries. Anyway, as you will be connecting wirelessly from your headset to your PC, you will need a good quality router to give you the most stable connection and ensure you don't get juddery or out of sync video or dropped frames. So to achieve that, you will need a good 5GHz wireless router, preferably a Wi-Fi 6 one. These are either branded as Wi-Fi 6 or 8X routers. If it's branded AC, then it's a Wi-Fi 5 router. It can work with AC routers as long as you still use the 5GHz band, so if you've already got one of those, then give it a go. If you're looking at buying one though, then getting an AX Wi-Fi 6 router is by far the better option. Something like the TP-Link Archer series of routers would be a good choice here. Good connectivity and not too expensive. I'll place some links to them in the description down below for you. When setting the router up, your PC should be connected to it via an Ethernet cable rather than over Wi-Fi, and preferably nothing else operating on the Wi-Fi network either. Now, if you have lots of people in your house using your Wi-Fi at the same time, then it's a good idea to get a dedicated router just for your VR setup. However, I actually just have everything running over a single Wi-Fi network and it's fine. I do, however, make sure that the rest of the family aren't all streaming Netflix at the same time whilst I'm playing. Now, Meta do caution against using Wi-Fi mesh networks for this, but I have a mesh network. I bought the TP-Link Deco X60 and it's been fine. I did have an issue originally where the signal kept dropping frames, but if I went into the mesh network settings and I locked the headset to a single node in my network rather than allowing it to roam, that fixed the issue for me. Hopefully that's a nice little handy tip for anyone else who might be in the same position. With the PC and the router covered, it's now time to install some software. To play Meta and Steam PC VR games on your Quest 2 headset, you just need to install 3 pieces of software. You need to install the official Meta Oculus PC app and the Steam app so that you can install Steam VR. And that's it. Fortunately, installing all of those is dead easy. First, we need to install the Oculus app onto your PC. So go to the Quest setup page and under the Quest 2 AirLink link cable section, click the download software button. This will download the installer to your browser's default download location. For most people, once it's downloaded, it will appear at the bottom of your browser window. Simply left click on the file to run it and follow the simple instructions to install the app. Now, the first time you run it will take you through a first time setup process where you will need to log in with your Meta/Oculus account or create one if you don't have one already. Next, in order to install Steam VR on your PC, you do need to install the main Steam app first. So to install it, go to the Steam homepage in your browser and click the Install Steam button at the top of the page. Then click on Install Steam on the following page as well. This will download a Steam setup.exe file to your default download location. Again, for most browsers, it will pop up as a downloaded file at the bottom of your browser screen. Click on that file and follow the simple instructions to install it. If you don't already have a Steam account, then you will need to set one up as you install the app. Now, if you're not sure whether your PC is VR ready, there is a great app in the Steam store called Steam VR performance test, which will test your PC for you. If you want to run it in the Steam app, go to the store and in the search box type in Steam VR. In the search results that pop up, click on the Steam VR Performance Test app. Then under the Use Steam VR Performance Test section, click the green free box to install it. Once it has finished installing, then click on the Launch button on that page to run it. This will run a sequence of tests on the PC to test your PC's hardware. Once finished, it will show you a summary screen showing you how good your PC is. If it's all green, then you're good to go. If anything pops up as red or yellow, then it's probably a good idea at looking at upgrading your PC before you go any further. Now install the Steam VR app from Steam. In the Steam app, go to the store and in the search box, type in Steam VR. Now click on the Steam VR app in the search results pop-up list. Then on the following Steam VR page, click on the Play Now or Install button to install it. Also, and this is important, make sure you tick the Create Desktop Shortcut box as you're going to need that to launch Steam VR from your headset in a bit. Then click on Next to install it. Once that's finished, then Steam VR is all set up. So now with the software all sorted, you now need to go and get your first PC VR game. And you've actually got two options here. You can actually go into the Rift store, which is in the Oculus app that you installed first, or you can go into the store in the Steam app as well and browse games under the VR titles category in there. The top sellers section in both apps is a great place to start as it lists all the most popular games on each platform. There's plenty to choose from, such as Lone Echo on the Meta Oculus platform and Elder Scrolls V Skyrim on the Steam platform. My personal favourite has to be Half-Life Alyx. It really is a great game and sets the bar of the best of what you can get out of a PC VR game. Once you've got your games, it's time to play. With everything set up and your games bought, playing your first game is a few simple steps away. First, ensure that both the PC and the Quest headset are on. Now run the Oculus app on your PC, put on the headset and in the headset settings, in the experimental tab, enable AirLink. Once you do that, then click on Oculus AirLink in your settings menu. Select your PC and click on Pair. This will take you through a pairing process similar to how you pair some Bluetooth devices where you will need to confirm a code on both the PC and the headset. So confirm the codes are the same on both the PC and the headset. Then click Launch on the headset. The next time you connect your headset, you won't need to go through that pairing process again. You will just be able to hit launch straight away. Now, if you find that the pair or the launch button is grayed out, do make sure that your PC is selected first. Once your PC is selected, then that will enable the launch and the pair buttons. You will now be redirected to the Oculus Rift PC VR home screen. From there, you can play any PC VR games from the Oculus store, such as Asgard's Wrath, that you might have bought. You can quit this screen and go back to your normal Quest home screen at any time by clicking on the Oculus AirLink menu option and selecting Quit. Now, assuming you want to keep going and play Steam VR games though, from the Rift home screen, select the desktop icon from the menu bar at the bottom right. This will show you your PC screen. You should then find Steam VR as a desktop shortcut on your desktop screen, which was created when Steam VR was installed. While pointing at the Steam VR icon with your controller, hold down the trigger button for a second and then release the trigger. In the pop-up menu that is displayed, select Open. It will now run Steam VR. Now you may get a message pop up in your Quest headset that you can't run apps from unknown sources. This is because Meta regards the Steam VR app as an unknown source. Fortunately, it's really easy to fix. In the Oculus app on your PC, go into your settings and go to the General tab. There's an unknown sources toggle, just make sure you enable that. You will now be able to run Steam VR without any issues. Once Steam VR loads, which can take a while, you will be in a different home screen, which is the Steam home screen, and will display any games that you have purchased on the Steam store. Just select the one you want to play and away you go. Now that you have run Steam VR once, it will now appear in your apps drawer, so it will be easier to launch going forward, as you won't have to use the desktop link again, as you can go direct to Steam VR from the Rift home screen. If you don't see Steam VR in your app drawer, do make sure that unknown sources is enabled in the filter in the top right hand side. You should now be all set up and playing PC VR games using your Quest headset on either the Meta or Steam platforms without any cables. I have placed links to all videos, software reviews, etc. mentioned in this video in the description down below for you. Do let me know in the comments down below how you got on. What's the first game you tried and do you think it was worth it? If you're having issues using AirLink but still want to play wirelessly, then be sure to check out my guide on setting up and using Virtual Desktop in the link up here. It's a more mature platform that has more configuration options than AirLink and is more tolerable of less than ideal network setups. I'll place a link to it in the description down below for you as well. If you have enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and share it. Consider subscribing if you're not. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.